Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of On Campus. My name is Nathaniel Thomas here at the Solano College Sports Network TV studio. I'm joined by Katelyn Walbolt of the Solano College women's soccer team. Caitlin, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'd like to start off with asking how you started off with soccer. Can you tell us some of your earliest memories playing the game?
Yeah, so ever since I was born, my dad played soccer, so it's just been instilled in me. One of the earliest memories was I was like a local soccer, I don't know. We just played at a park by my house, and it was just a whole bunch of boys. I was the only girl, so it was just chaotic, and it's just stuck with me since then.
Were there any other sports in your youth that you dabbled with, or was it just soccer from the
I
start?
did play softball,
Hmm.
but I don't know, since I was so young, it was kind of like boring to me. So I quit softball and I started playing three soccer teams.
Three soccer teams.
Yeah.
What position did you play when you're playing softball?
I was playing third base or right field.
Okay. Yeah, right field you can sort of lose a lot of
Yeah,
kids out
just
there.
stood there.
Yeah. So three soccer teams at a young age. So where did you find these leagues or these teams?
In Vacaville, there's an indoor center,
Hmm.
so I was playing. And since I'm in like an age where I can be higher or lower, they could put me into two different like age groups. So I played on a higher team, a lower team, and then a boy team.
Gotcha. So Vacaville. So you're from Northern California
Yes,
originally?
born and raised in Fairfield.
Awesome. Okay. If there's anywhere else that you'd want to live, if I can go off tangent a little bit, is there
Uh,
a place on the map that you'd point out?
I want to move to Florida.
Florida. Why is that?
Yeah, the beach. They all
Oh,
look so pretty.
oh, that's true. Yeah, you can't beat that. So you played youth soccer,
Yeah.
your whole childhood, and then getting into high school. I know you did varsity all 4 years. What was that experience like? I mean, just being able to play with seniors because the gap from freshman to senior in high school is pretty big. Um, did that early exposure help you?
Oh, I definitely think that it did. I think being a freshman on varsity made me like fight for it, I guess, and be super competitive into a way that I never would have been if I was on JV. So being on that varsity gave me that step up and like that like confidence to like be the best I could be.
Right. How many players on a roster for varsity?
Um Usually like 15 to 19. A lot of players is like 20.
Okay, okay. Well, that sounds like it was pretty competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, so that focus that you had early on, is that something that you feel like you had to learn, or is that something that was sort of drilled into you?
I definitely feel like it was drilled into me. Like my dad has always like drilled me for like hard work, worth ethic, like you just work hard at everything you do, whether it's homework or playing soccer. Like you have to be the best at it.
No, that's great. I mean, what were the times that you've maybe struggled with that, and how did you um how do you cope with that? Because I ask because you know, when you look at some kids, it can be hard to teach focus,
Mhm,
and it can be hard to teach effort. So I'm
mhm.
just wondering, um, any things that you've noticed from your childhood.
Definitely the going home straight to homework and then go to practice. It's always been like something that's helped me cope is like a routine. I have to be on a routine. It's just so much easier for me to get everything done and do it good if I'm on a routine. So just go home, do your homework, and then go to practice, or and then wind down. Like just be on a routine is a big portion to my life.
So are there times that maybe the routine has been a little elusive, and did you catch yourself kind of falling off track in that?
Oh, definitely.
How did you get yourself back on track?
By taking a step back, I'm a very workaholic, I'd say. So like there was a point where I was working two jobs and I didn't need to be. Like working two jobs, going to school and playing sports, like it got to be a lot. So I had to just like take a step back and get back onto my routine. Cause like it's so chaotic that it's like I have this and then this and then this. So I had to take a step back and then I fixed it all.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. What two jobs were you working, if I can ask?
I was working retail and then I was coaching soccer.
Oh, okay. Was it youth soccer?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. That's a pretty packed schedule. Can you kind of take us through what a week of your life looks like back then? I mean,
Yeah, it
with
was
practice and the two jobs?
so I would wake up. I'm doing nursing, so I had 8 a.m. anatomy, then I had like nutrition or whatever other class, and then straight to soccer practice. And then after soccer, I'd go straight to work. And I do that probably every day of the week. And then weekends, I'd wake up and I'd go coach soccer, and then maybe a little bit of a break, and then I'd go to my other job. And it would just be back to back.
Wow, that's just a nonstop grind, it
Yeah.
sounds like. Well, let's go back to high school a little bit. Can you tell us about when college started to enter your mind and what your steps were to prepare for that next part of your career?
Yeah, so definitely college has been on my mind since I started school, kindergarten. I always knew I was going to go to college. I always knew I was going to graduate, everything. So definitely playing soccer came into my mind and college, definitely my sophomore year, because that's when soccer just became so fun. Like, I loved it. It was my favorite thing to do. So it was just like all I wanted to do was play soccer. So I was like, oh my gosh, like all these colleges, like you can play soccer there. Like I remember just like laying in my bed watching college soccer, like, oh my God, I want to do that so bad. So it's just definitely like came from there.
Great. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it sounds like you've been able to envision where you want to go, like from basically day one.
Definitely.
Um, so getting to Solano, right, and showing up to that first practice. Can you tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about the adjustments that you had to make early on from, being a high school senior to now a college freshman?
Yeah, well, it was definitely like nerve-wracking. Like, oh my gosh, it's college soccer. Like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much harder, blah blah blah. So like coming and also coming from high school to college is such a big change.
Mhm.
Like you have so much more freedom, so much more like it's on you at that point. It's not like school from 8 to 3 every day. Like you have to do it yourself. So coming it was definitely like you have to keep yourself accountable, like go to practice, go home, like go eat, like make sure you do all your stuff and it's all on you at this point. So coming from high school, I had to like make sure I stayed on my routine, because if I don't, I'm gonna fall off. So I had to stay on my routine, go to practice, and make sure I work hard because it's very competitive.
So I like how you touched on the routine again. Do you have any reinforcements that keep that routine nice and stable for you? Do you keep a journal, or do you have some apps that you like to use? Or
My calendar.
yeah,
My parents and I share a calendar. So it's always like, make sure you add it to the calendar, make sure it's on there, make sure you're doing this, make sure everything's timed out right. My parents are definitely the glue to my routine.
okay. Well, it sounds like yeah. I mean, parents are such a big factor to your success, especially as an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
That it's their investment in you.
Yeah, they pay it
That
all.
oh yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about the mental preparation. I mean, I know you just finished the fall season. What's the mental preparation like going into a game? Does it start the night before? Does it start the week before? And then just lead us up until game time.
Honestly, for me, it starts the day I get my schedule. The second I find out I have a game, I'm like, okay, like, make sure, like, you're working hard, make sure you're eating right the day before, make sure, you're ready to play, because I don't like to lose.
Right, right. Well, winning and losing is part of the game. You have to keep your mind pretty stoic whether
Mhm.
you win or lose. Can you tell us a little bit about your coping strategies for when you have a tough loss and you're kind of at rock bottom, or when you have a really good win and you have to keep yourself sort of level?
Yeah, no, definitely. We won a lot in our fall season. We went maybe like 10-1. Like we lost one game and it was the last game. So throughout the whole season, it was great winning every game, fighting for that win. But I had to stay like humble and like make sure like it's not getting to anyone's head or my own head. Like we have to stay like level. You got to make sure you're going to be able to do the same thing next game and do the same thing the next game and keep it going. But even when you lose, like I'm going to take it really like personally. Like I don't like to lose. I want to work so hard that we don't lose. So you have to just like I have to remind myself like it's okay. Like you can work hard, you can fix the things and it'll all get better.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's words we can all live by. So, I know you mentioned Florida. What are the as a dream destination, but what are the next steps for you after Solana?
Honestly, wherever the wind takes me, our coach is very determined to transfer players out. So I'm sure he's making up a whole thing for me right now. I trust him in whatever he does, and you know, hopefully I can go somewhere.
All right. Well, I guess one last question before I let you go. What's your favorite um, pregame song to get you in the mood?
Honestly, I have no clue. Anything. I love music, so whatever plays on, it's my favorite.
All right. Well, Katelyn Walbolt, it's been a pleasure. My name is Nathaniel Thomas, and that concludes this episode of On Campus here at the Solana College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
it's more than just sports. It's an education.